is stage 4, phase 2, and it's about your strengths. Now that you've gone through phase 1 and you've set your vision and you have a goal for your personal and professional life for the next year, I want you to go ahead and take a strengths inventory. There's a lot of strength finders online. In fact, Strength Finder, I believe it's called, is incredible, and I hope to someday add it to this course. I think to have a personal inventory of your strengths based on objective measures is huge, not only for your future in leadership, but also just for your ability to understand yourself. I have gone through DISC officially by somebody who has helped me through the DISC process, where it tells you what type of personality you have and why that's one of your strengths. If you haven't already gotten a DISC profile done, I would encourage you to spend the money to do it, because it really does share a lot of insight into what makes you you. And some things that you feel are your greatest weaknesses are actually your greatest strengths. So for myself, I really struggled with my identity for a very long time because I am not an emotional thinker. I'm not considered a people person. When I'm in a conversation, although I am present in the conversation, I'm actually focused on how I can help whatever this person is saying. I'm not a chit-chat person, I'm a problem solver, and that's my mind. And many people have made comments while I was growing up that I need to be more people-focused and I need to be more, be less task-minded, right? It wasn't until after I began exploring my own strengths as an entrepreneur that I took the DISC assessment and I realized, wow, this was never my greatest weakness. This was actually a strength of mine. I am task-oriented. And I have high initiative and high drive for productivity. That is not a bad thing. That's what makes me a really, really strong leader and business owner, because I have those qualities. So what I thought was my greatest weakness is actually leveraged as one of my greatest strengths. And I would have never known that if I hadn't done my own inventory and sought to find out more about myself. Who am I? What can I do with that? So DISC and Strength Finder, I would definitely recommend that, going through that. Moving on, let's go ahead and read through our workbook. Strength is all about defining your strong identity. Who are you? What is your story, and how does it relate to who you want to be professionally? As you know, occupational therapy is an expansive career path, and because of this, many people and professions do not view it as strong. It is up to students and clinicians to change this misconception. The path to change the perception of others is stepping into our own strength in order to gain confidence in advocacy. Hopefully, you've been gaining confidence throughout content, collaboration, and communication, but now it's time for you to own it. Own your strength as a practitioner. This will help you develop leadership qualities. As always, please share your responses with your established community. We want to see and we want to hear you. We want you to be seen and we want you to be heard. Your voice matters and your experience matters. Your perspective and vantage point matters. Regardless of experience, you matter and you can help us evolve as a community. So let's take an inventory. Complete the following tasks. So just like vision, there are a series of questions that you need to answer. List and explain the 3 challenges or obstacles you have overcome during school or your professional career and how you overcame them. List and explain 3 strengths you have as a current or future occupational therapy practitioner. List and explain 3 ways you have helped others as a student or practitioner of occupational therapy. List and explain 3 elements of your moral code or within your values that shape your perspective on OT interactions with peers, public, or patients. just like the different population groups in stage 3. List and explain 3 compliments you've received as a student or practitioner that has encouraged you in your current or future career. And then finally, list and explain 3 unique skills or approaches that you believe you either perform or know well, which will contribute to your professional network, employer, and patients. Share your answers with your established community. As always, there is a journal prompt associated with this phase. Answer the following journal prompts. Did you enjoy completing this strength-based activity? Did it make you uncomfortable or empowered? Explain your answer. After establishing your perceived strengths, how will this impact you as a student or practitioner, or both? How will your interactions change after acknowledging these things about yourself? And those are the questions for this phase. I'd love for you to take the time to reflect on all of the strengths that you were able to uncover during this phase. I then want you to go back to the phase on vision, and I want you to see how your strengths can really play a key part on your timeline for this coming year. You made your timeline, you made your mile markers, you made your goals. How can you apply the strengths that you now know you have to these areas? How can they be leveraged? What about your vision plus your strengths gives you a leg up or makes you a unique contributor to the occupational therapy profession? I want you to write down the answer to that question. When you combine your vision with your strengths, what is your unique contribution to this profession? That is something you should share with all of your future employers. That's something that may bolster you in future entrepreneurial endeavors. Really take the time to integrate vision and strengths so that you can see what the product is. That's you. That's your future. That's how you're going to get there. I cannot wait for you to share the answer to that question in the group.